In the past month, nearly 2,500 people have tested positive. That's compared to 559 confirmed cases the prior month. 113 people have been hospitalized with COVID, compared to 30 hospitalizations a month earlier. 10 people who had COVID-19 have died in the past month, which is up slightly from a month ago. As cases rise, national health officials say most Americans should get an updated COVID-19 vaccine. The severity of the pandemic has faded, but there are still thousands of hospitalizations and hundreds of deaths in the U.S. each week. Doctors hope enough people get vaccinated this fall to help avert another triple-demic, like last year when hospitals were overwhelmed with an early flu season, an onslaught of RSV, and yet another wintertime coronavirus surge. Funeral services are underway for the Algona police officer who was killed in the line of duty last week. Officer Kevin Cram was attempting to make an arrest September 13th when a suspect shot and killed him. Cram, a 33-year-old husband and father, was a 10-year law enforcement veteran who had been an officer in Algona since 2015. Many South Dakota police departments are paying their respects today. A woman from Vermillion was hit by a semi-truck last year and has been in the hospital ever since. Just recently was she able to leave the hospital for the first time since the accident without medical assistance. Her friends and family hosted a silent auction fundraiser with music and food.
No, it was very emotional, but it was so nice to see everyone, and there was such good support from coworkers to friends to family to community members, and it really meant a lot. It was wonderful.
The woman was airlifted to Sanford after suffering severe internal and external injuries to her left side. You'll hear from her and the journey she's made since the accident in tonight's Eye on KELOLAND coming up at 10. Pivoting to weather, it looks nice right now. We do have notable chances for rain before too long, don't we, Megan?
Today is pretty nice, a little bit warmer than normal for the middle of September, but we do have that chance of rain starting late tonight, and that will last through the weekend. Right now, partly cloudy skies and 76 in Pierre, an east wind at 9 miles an hour. There are the clouds moving through KELOLAND, and under those, we do have a few light rain showers in northwestern South Dakota. Those will be mostly quiet through the rest of today. It's tonight we're watching. Right now we have 77 in Mitchell and Watertown, 74 in Mobridge, 73 in Phillip, and 68 degrees in Custer. Our winds are light. Those are expected to pick up, especially if you are under one of these thunderstorms in the next couple of days. So for today, with partly to mostly clear skies, 86 in Sioux Falls, 84 in Aberdeen, 86 in Pierre, and 78 in Rapid City. Tonight starts that chance for rain and thunderstorms, especially in western and central KELOLAND, trying to reach northeastern KELOLAND. 59 the low in Sioux Falls and Aberdeen, 61 in Pierre, and 59 in Rapid City. Tomorrow, widespread chances for rain and thunder showers, along with partly cloudy skies. 82 in Sioux Falls, 80 in Aberdeen, 83 in Pierre, and 76 in Rapid City. For tomorrow afternoon and evening, there is that marginal risk of severe weather, mainly in south central and southwestern South Dakota. Hail and strong winds are going to be the main threats. And then we go into Friday, better chance for rain and thunderstorms, stronger winds, 79 in Sioux Falls, 77 in Aberdeen, 74 in Pierre, and 66 in Rapid City. Friday afternoon brings another risk of severe weather, slight risk in yellow, marginal risk in green. That does take up central and eastern KELOLAND. The main threats for Friday are going to be hail and strong winds. That chance of rain and thunderstorms will continue into the weekend. We'll take a closer look at the timing of all these chances in just a little bit.
Thank you, Megan. We have a warning from South Dakota's Attorney General this midday. Scammers are positioning themselves as legitimate-sounding organizations and targeting the general public. Marty Jackley says scammers identifying themselves as banks, government agencies, and local businesses. They're contacting the public through phone calls and email messages, often demanding that people pay money to avoid being sued or sent to jail. Jackley said it's important to double-check all such contacts and guard personal and financial information. To avoid being scammed, follow tips in this link you can find on our website. The Federal Reserve is expected to announce a key decision on interest rates later today. Skylar Henry reports from Washington.
U.S. stocks opened higher, anticipating what could be some welcome news from the Federal Reserve. Following a string of interest rate hikes since July of last year, the central bank is expected to press pause, keeping its benchmark interest rate at around 5.3%.
It doesn't mean that they're done raising rates.
Greg McBride is a chief financial analyst at Bankrate.com.
The likelihood is that they may choose to raise rates in November or December. There's probably a 50-50 chance of that happening.
Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell has already indicated the Fed may raise rates further to bring inflation down to its 2% goal.
Although inflation has moved down from its peak, a welcome development, it remains too high. We are prepared to raise rates further if appropriate and intend to hold policy at a restrictive level until we are confident that inflation is moving sustainably down toward our objective.
Financial experts say the Fed will be keeping an eye on the labor market and other indicators to determine future steps.
Unemployment's still below 4%. There's a real strain on the budget of households. Millions of households are living paycheck to paycheck.
After today's decision, the Fed doesn't meet again until November. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Washington.
One of the most photographed spots in Sioux Falls is about to get a makeover. The Japanese Gardens at Terrace Park will be closed starting Friday for about 8 weeks due to a shoreline improvement project. Crews have already started the removal process of the renovation, which became necessary because of erosion.
Along the whole Japanese garden, we're going to be bumping it out about 10 feet, so we'll have 10 more feet of usable space. And then at the entrance, the wedding garden and the waterfall will have additional 20 to 30 feet of space.
We'll tell you how the city plans to utilize the additional space later tonight on KELOLAND News.